Well, here is a sobering statistic. Nearly 9 in every 10 kids in America, ages 8 and up, they have seen pornography online at least once. And the pandemic, boy, that does not help. It has only deepened the crisis.
Yeah, here in Illinois, there is no mandate that sex education be taught in our schools, but is this the time to revisit that thinking? Joining us with more is Education Health Manager Lance Williams from Candor Health. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Great topic, and it's a huge problem. There's a lot of finger pointing right now. Parents want to blame the schools. They're not keeping their kids on task. Teachers argue the kids aren't being warned about the dangers lurking online. So where in the world do we start if we want to tackle this crisis?
Yeah, so as you all were mentioning, there are a number of young people who are being exposed to a lot of different things online at very young and early ages. And with Illinois being a state where sex education, it's not mandatory for students to learn in school. It's really important for parents to make sure that not only themselves, but also any other trusted adults in their young people's lives are doing the best they can to educate young people on a complex and a full array of topics related to sex ed.
Yeah, you know, a lot of parents say that they would prefer that their kids actually be taught sex education in school. Not sure what age you want to start doing that now because kids are seeing more and more online, and a lot of that is unintentional. They just happen to, you know, see it scrolling. Somebody else is scrolling through their feeds, and they see something, and they're intrigued, and then they search out more. You know, what happened to the birds and the bees talk that we used to have a long time ago when it was your parents that sat you down and told you that?
Yeah. So in terms of age, to start educating really as early as possible, but just making sure that we do so in an age-appropriate manner, which is what we really do at Candor Health Education. We target students in grades 4 through 8 with just information building on top of one another, starting with puberty all the way up to 8th grade, talking about consequences of sexual activity. But one thing in the past, as you mentioned, quote, like birds and bees, that conversation, oftentimes in the past, it was a one-time thing, you know, sit the child down and talk about it.
Right.
But with sexual health being such an important topic, we really should start looking at it as something that is just more spoken about more often to make sure we get as much information across as possible.
Well, you know, we're almost out of time. I wish we could get into this. We didn't even really talk about sexting, which I know is becoming more prevalent. But what do you want folks at home? You know, yeah, they're not getting the sex education at school, but you're providing that service. What do you want folks at home to know?
Yeah, so at Candor Health Ed, we have a variety of different programs, age-appropriate content for students. So if the information isn't being presented to your child at school, you can always reach out to us. We have parent programs where we can do programs with children and their parents, or parents can just set up individual sessions for students with a group of them. So really, most important thing is just trying to get this information across to young people any kind of way that we possibly can.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you very much. If people want that information, where do they go? Candor Health?
CandorHealthEd.org.
Okay, good
Lance
information
Williams,
to have.
good stuff today, Lance. Hey, thanks for your time.
Thank you.